Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the Core GT3 series. We are here for an exciting round of racing under the lights here at the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tricky track here tonight, tricky conditions, and it should produce some great racing here for our 90-minute feature event here in the Core GT3 series. Guys have just wrapped up qualifying, so let's jump right into the starting grid for tonight. Nick Nickerson put it on pole there, fastest in qualifying, running a 1:15.6 to his outside there. Starting in second is going to be Carl Handwerk. Starting third, Mason Smith. In fourth, we have Derek Sherman. Starting fifth, Mark Thomas. And starting sixth here, which is surprising, we've actually got not a pro driver there, making it up and splitting some of the pro drivers there. It's going to be Adam Jones in 6th. In 7th, we have Kevin Foster. Starting 8th, we have Jimmy Covert. In 9th, Thaddeus Marshall. In 10th, Matthew Goering. Starting 11th, Alex Cornfield. And in 12th, we have Nick Brown. Starting in 13th, we have Dane Simpson. In 14th, Abivi Suvesum. In 15th, Patrick Shelton. Starting 16th, Tim Thompson. In 17th, we have John Crane. Starting 18th there. Bringing up the rear of the field is going to be Jeremy Line Watkins there in the 71.
Green flag, green flag.
And a little bit different here tonight. It's going to be a standing start, as you can see. Actually, I believe Race Control did just come over there and say we're actually going to do a rolling start here. So it looks like the race server was set up with a misconfiguration there. Don't typically do standing starts here in the GT3 series, so they will line up and do a pace lap here as we should expect. Take a look at the race info here as they do their opening pace lap here. 2.24 miles here is the track layout at Charlotte Motor Speedway, running the Roval layout here with both chicanes there. You can see track temperature is 81 degrees here, and as you can see, we are under the lights here. It's going to be a very slick track here tonight, and we saw in practice guys really struggling here in a few key turns, just like the one we're in right now. That is turn 6. It's going to be a tricky one all night long, especially on cold tires, so pay attention there during the start of the race. And the question is going to be, can Carl Handwerk there make it back-to-back wins, as he did take home a round 1 victory last week? But you know, Nick Nickerson there is looking for redemption there, as he had a close second last week, and he did put it in front of Handwerk there in qualifying. So we'll see if he can hold on to that lead here tonight once we get started. Drivers are making their way around here for the opening pace lap. We're going to have a single file start here, and per usual, there is no passing here once the green flag drops until they make it. Normally it's through the first turn, but here at the Roval, they have actually made it where we cannot pass until turn 3, because essentially turn 1 and turn 2 are the same turn. You never actually get straight there. So turn 3 is where they will open it up, and you can start making passes here. As you can see, the pro drivers out front here in the Ferraris, they are making their way around here, and they will get started. And green flag is out there for the pro drivers as they now make it through turn 1 here. Remember, no passing until they get to turn 3, as Nick Nickerson has jumped out to an early race lead there. Like Mark Thomas here is going to be under pressure there from Kevin Foster, who's really close here as they come out of turn 4. We also see the AM drivers here getting their start here. As you see, Adam Jones is out front leading them. We've got Thaddeus Marshall there in second with Matthew Goering there bringing it in third. BV Savasum here is currently challenging the 96 of Simpson there, and he's also under pressure from the 04 of Shelton. Like Shelton's not quite close enough there to take a look as they go down into the chicane there. Exiting turn 12 here, going to complete their first lap here for the leading drivers. Meanwhile, Nick Nickerson there just completed the first lap for the pro drivers. Sets the fastest lap of the race there. He is already out to a 1.2 second lead there. Visa Basin there has actually ran wide in the final corner, so Patrick Shelton and Tim Thompson there are going to make it by him. And looks like Visa Basin there is going to fall back to 17th as he rejoins the track. Carl Handwerk is under pressure here from Mason Smith, as Mason Smith is only 0.4 of a second back here. And looks like Handwerk is struggling to get the heat in his tires here. The first couple of laps in these GT3 cars here at the Roval, very dicey, very slick until you can build up the tire pressure and get heat in those tires. And you can see here that Handwerk is struggling to do so, as Nickerson is already 1.5 seconds out front. Ooh, we've got a car, I believe, off track there. That is Thaddeus Marshall. As that is down in turn 11 there, the backstretch chicane. He has put it in the wall there. We'll see if he has any damage. And so far, no damage that we can see there. So let's go back and take a look at what happened there. See, he was right in front of his teammate there as they go down into the chicane. Just carried way too much speed there, loses the rear end of the car, barely makes contact with the tire barrier, but it looks like no damage there to that car. Meanwhile, up front here, Mason Smith continues to put the pressure on Carl Handwerk here. We'll ride on board Mason Smith as he chases down second place driver as they head down into the turn 11 chicane here. See just how much curb there Carl Handwerk took. It actually put that car up on two tires, and I can tell you, you can get damage from the curbs here, so that is something these drivers are going to have to watch here tonight. 90 minutes, a long race. You don't want to get damaged early on here by taking too much curb. Oh, we've actually got a car going down pit road here already. That's going to be Derek Sherman. For what I would assume is an unscheduled stop here, potentially damage related. And meanwhile, we'll go back here and look at the battle for second as Mason Smith continues to chase Carl Handwerk here. Like Smith there going to get a much better exit onto the racing oval here as they head through turn 10 and down towards the chicane here. We'll see if he makes up any time under braking. Yes, he is late on the brakes there. And again, Handwerk taking a lot of curb. Here at the Roval, it's a very difficult track here with two equal speed cars to make a pass. So really what Mason Smith needs to do here is he needs to stay right on Handwerk's bumper here, put the pressure on him, and force him into a mistake. can see the gap out front there. Nickerson is now up to a 2.7 second lead. So he is sailing off here early on as these two continue to battle it out for second place. Well, let's go back further in the field here and check out the AM drivers here as they are battling for 12th. That's going to be the 04 of Patrick Shelton. Right on the rear bumper there, the 96 of Dane Simpson. And these two drivers have been close pretty much since the drop of the green flag here. As you can see, there's going to be a little contact there entering the oval, and Simpson's going to pull down and let Shelton by there. And also we've got the 92 here of Nick Brown, who is on the rear bumper there of a Pro Series driver. That is John Crane. See, Brown has his teammate there in tow. That is Alex Cornfield there. So both of these drivers here are running 3rd and 4th in the AM division here. As you can see, he is now going to make it by John Crane there. Looks like Mason Smith here is still putting the pressure on Carl Handwerk for second here in the Pro Division. Gap was down to 0.2 of a second there as they entered turn 11, the chicane. Looks like Carl Handwerk is going to stretch that gap out just a little bit here as they enter the final set of corners. Tell you, Mason Smith here looks nice and tidy through these chicanes. He's not taking a whole lot of curve. He's keeping that car underneath him here, not sliding around, whereas Handwerk looks like he is on rails here and really struggling with grip here tonight. You can see the rear end there sliding around as Carl Handwerk went to get on the brakes here in the tricky turn 6. That is a turn where you are braking while constantly turning and the car just wants to slide out from underneath you. And it's a very tricky turn to master with the elevation change. Chicane, so he's going to have a little breathing room here as they enter the final turn, as we are just approaching 12 minutes complete here in our 90-minute feature event. See if Mason Smith here can get a good exit out of turn 8 there as they join the oval racing surface. He is very close here. We'll see if he can get a good draft and potentially pull out for what is really the only passing opportunity here into the backstretch chicane. Not quite close enough to do it that time around. And here we see the 04 of Patrick Shelton, an AM Series driver, making it by Pro Series driver there, John Crane. Looks like Handwork has stretched that gap out to about 0.5 of a second there. So Mason Smith potentially backing off here and regrouping and starting to think about strategy here tonight. Last week we saw them make it a 2-stop race. We assume is going to be another 2-stop race here tonight, but we could see a driver burn a little bit more fuel and potentially make it a 3-stop race. Time will tell here. But Nick Nickerson is currently out front, setting some blistering laps here as he stretched his lead out to 3.5 seconds here over second place Carl Handwork. And we've got a great battle heating up here for 14th. Overall, it's going to be Thaddeus Marshall there looking to make it by BB Suvasum there as they head down into turn 11 chicane here. Marshall is going to complete the pass. And we see Pro Series driver there, Derek Sherman, also going to make it by V. Suvasum. We saw Derek Sherman make an early unplanned pit stop. I believe it was on lap 2. And not sure what was going on there, but he has rejoined the track. He is currently last in the Pro Series here as he tries to make up lost time there by coming down pit road. Meanwhile, let's check in on an AM Series driver Adam Jones as he's currently leading that series here out front, as he's currently right on the tail end there of that is going to be Kevin Foster in the Pro Series. So Adam Jones here setting some nice race pace here as he is now caught a Pro Series driver and continues to stretch out his gap back to second place. Matthew Goring, 11.5 seconds is that gap currently. Looks like we've got another driver off in the same place there as before. That's the entrance to turn 11 there. That is Alex Cornfield, and he also looks like he's going to be spared any damage there, luckily. And we continue to see these two duke it out here for second. That's Mason Smith and Carl Handwork. And looks like a BV Suvasum there with heavy damage to his car. It looks like he has been into the wall there. So let's go back and take a look on the replay here. This is down into turn 3. Oh, he's going to get loose on exit there and slams into the inside wall. Very unfortunate, but he's going to have heavy damage from that. And that will likely end his night early here. Ooh, we've got to take her down pit road. That is going to be Matthew Goring there. Coming down pit road, I believe he was second in the AM division before he came down pit road for what we assumed is his first scheduled pit stop here tonight at the 17.5-minute mark. So that's going to move Nick Brown here up into second in the AM division. And so far, Goring is the only car down pit road besides V. Suvasum here, who's going to try to get some of that heavy damage repaired. continue to see Mason Smith here putting the pressure on Carl Hanworth, as it looks like he is closer than he's been ever before here tonight. Is he going to take a look down the inside under braking? No, not quite close enough there. Hanworth will stay in front here. Hanworth had to go a bit defensive there as they went down into turn one. He had to pull to the inside and block off the inside for a late lunge there by Mason Smith. So now Smith is all over the rear bumper here. Exit here. It looks like Hanworth has been doing a great job by getting great exits there out of turn 8 as you join the racing oval here, and is able to hold off Mason Smith from really what is the only passing opportunity here down into turn 11, the chicane. So Hanworth is doing exactly what he needs to do here tonight to keep Mason Smith behind him. Just looking at the timing board there, Pro Series driver John Crane is going to head down pit road for his first scheduled pit stop here at the 21-minute mark. So he is the first of the pro drivers to head down pit road here. We saw a bit of a mistake there from Mason Smith, so now that gap to Carl Hanworth there is increased to half a second here as they come out onto the racing oval here. So Hanworth has a bit of breathing room here for the remainder of this lap. See just how quickly Mason Smith's able to close that gap. Wow, he closes up 3/10 there just under braking down into turn 11. So you have to wonder just how much Hanworth is holding up Mason Smith here. But being so difficult to pass here at the Roval, there's really nothing Mason can do about it. He's also having to fuel save and hit his numbers for his fuel strategy. And you have to wonder, is he going to get a little impatient here, turn that fuel map setting up and really try to get around the Hanworth here, because we can see that Smith here may be getting held up. Little lap traffic there going to come into play this lap. And here we see this is Nick Brown, your second place AM Series driver here. He has caught up to Derek Sherman there, Pro Series driver. Ooh, Mason Smith there very late on the brakes and compromises his entrance there into turn 11. And now he is going to lose out a ton of time there to Carl Hanworth. So the gap was around 1 second there as they came into the final corner. We'll see just how long it takes him to reel in Hanworth here. See, lap traffic there came into play, so the gap now is up to 1.2 seconds there as third place driver Mason Smith continues to try and chase down second place Carl Hanworth. Meanwhile, out front here with a 5.3 second advantage over the rest of the field here is Nick Nickerson as he continues to tick away fast lap after fast lap here, really setting the pace of this race here tonight. You can just see there how much later Mason Smith is able to get on the brakes there down into turn 11. Makes up a ton of time and doesn't really compromise his exit much. As you can see, he is now reeling in Carl Henwick yet once again here as we do approach the 30-minute mark, which is when we should expect to see these top drivers head down pit road, making it a two-stop strategy here this race. See there, Mason gets another great exit. Now he's going to be able to draft right up to the back here of Carl Henwick. He's a little bit too far back here to make a lunge, so he will have to settle for third yet once again here this lap around. It's another great exit there out of turn 12. I don't believe he's going to be close enough, especially with a lap car up ahead there, to make a move, but this could be an opportunity here as they head down into the braking zone. And looks like Handwork there is going to stay in front. Compromised his exit there out of the final corner, but Mason again not going to be close enough to make a challenge here down into turn 1. Looked pretty evenly matched there through that section of the track. I don't believe Mason Smith here is going to be close enough yet again as they head down into the chicane. Ooh, Mason Smith there, we could see make an mistake there into the final corner. He took a little bit too much speed, really compromised his exit there. And I think his saving grace here is going to be that lap traffic just up ahead, as it does allow him to catch right back up there to Carl Handwork. Meanwhile, we're seeing a battle brewing up here for second in the AM division. This is Patrick Shelton there in the Mercedes chasing down Nick Brown there in the Audi. He is now caught up right to the back bumper there. About 0.3 of a second separate these two drivers here as they battle for second in the AM division. at the 30-minute mark here, so if anyone is on a two-stop strategy, now is when we'll see some action down pit road. Just as we switched away there, Patrick Shelton was able to make it by Nick Brown. We'll go back and check the replay here for that pass. It looks like he got a better exit there onto the racing oval, and Nick Brown didn't put much of a challenge there, and Shelton is going to move up into second in the AM division. And we see the top three are all going to stay out here, and nobody heading down pit road quite yet. And we do have a couple takers down pit road this time. It's going to be the two teammates here in the AM Division Series. It's going to be Nick Brown and Alex Cornfield here coming down for their first scheduled pit stop here tonight. And looks like it's only going to be those two heading down pit road this time. Meanwhile, out front here, Nick Nickerson has stretched his lead out to almost 6 seconds here over second place Carl Handwerk. Looks like third place Mason Smith here is going to peel off this time and come down pit road here for his first scheduled pit stop tonight. Meanwhile, the top two have stayed out for one more lap at least here. We also see Thaddeus Marshall here, currently running third in the AM division, is going to come down pit road here. See a little front end damage on that car. Has definitely been involved in something here, but doesn't look like it's slowing him down too much. He will have a chance to get a little bit of a repair job here, as he does have a pretty good gap back to Thompson there in the 05, who is also going to head down pit road this time. And we also see a few more takers here. We've got Pro Series driver Mark Thomas coming down pit road. The AM division leader here, Adam Jones, coming down pit road as well. Also pro driver here, Kevin Foster, heading down pit road for his scheduled pit stop. And we see race leader here, Pro Series driver Nick Nickerson coming down pit road here for his first scheduled pit stop at the 35-minute mark here. Carl Handwerk is going to follow him in here. So that leaves Jimmy Covert here. Has not come down pit road. He is the only Pro Series driver not to come down pit road yet. And he is just now coming through the chicane on the backstretch here. And he has pulled down to the bottom side of the track there. He is going to head down pit road now this time. And it looks like Nick Nickerson has completed his fuel stop here. No tires for him as he's going to rejoin the track there in the race lead. Carl Handwerk here. Looks like he had a slower pit lap here as he has lost out to Mason Smith here. Smith has pulled an undercut here as he pitted the previous lap, so Smith is going to leapfrog up into second. And just looking at Carl's pit time here, trying to figure out where he lost time. It looks like his actual pit stop time was equal, but where he lost time, he was about a second and a half slower on his pit lap, his pit entrance lap. So looks like he might have braked a little bit early there heading down pit road and gave up some time there, and that is what's going to allow Mason Smith by up into second. See Patrick Shelton now coming down pit road for his scheduled stop along with Dane Simpson there, 2 AM series drivers. Now roles are reversed here for this stint. We'll see if Mason Smith's able to pull away from Carl Handwerk, or is it going to be the same thing as previously, just reversed? Will Handwerk be putting the pressure on Smith here? Just looking at the speed difference on the straights here, it looks to me like Carl Handwerk is running a lower downforce setup here, and that's why we saw Mason Smith able to stick with Carl in the slower sections of the track right up against his back bumper. But here you can see Handwerk he makes up a ton of time here on the straights. He does have the draft, but we did not see Mason Smith making up that much time on the straights here. We'll probably see Smith pull away here in the slower sections of the track, and that's going to be the benefit of that higher downforce here. Just able to carry a little bit more speed through the corners, able to get on the brakes later, on the throttle sooner there. As you can see, Smith has stretched it out too. He gained about a couple tenths there that lap before he made a mistake there in turn 6. So that's really going to put him under pressure here as Carl Handwerk has this straight line speed here. Oh, Smith's going to run wide there. That's going to cause him to have to get off the throttle there on corner exit. So now we're going to have a challenge down into the final corner here. Smith not going to put up too much of a fight here as Handwerk is going to move back up into second place there after a rare mistake from Smith. But Smith is going to fight back down into turn 1 here as he looks up the inside. They're going to go side by side here through turns 1 and 2. Very difficult to run too wide there. Very narrow section of the track. Handwerk's going to have the preferred line down through this set of quarters. Is Smith going to be able to hang to his outside? He is. Great racing here from these two, but it looks like Handwerk there going to have the preferred line through turn 6, so he is going to move back up into second. We'll see if Mason Smith here is going to go down easy as they rejoin the racing oval here. Smith is close, but Handwerk running that lower downforce setup is just has the top speed on these straights here. And really the only passing opportunity Smith has is down into the chicane here, but without that top line speed advantage that Carl Handwerk has, going to be very difficult here tonight. See just how much quicker Mason Smith is through this section of the track right here, the slower sections. He really has to get a great exit and be right on the rear bumper of Handwerk there through that turn to have any sort of hope at making a pass here. You can see he's just not able to do that this lap. Handwerk with that lower downforce setup, higher top speed down the straights, he's able to stay out front. Meanwhile, while these two continue to battle it out, race leader Nick Nickerson here has sailed out to a 10.7 second lead. So he is really in a race of his own here tonight. Not under pressure, can relax, can set consistent times and really stick to his strategy here. It is his race to win here tonight. Like Thaddeus Marshall there has been into the wall hard. Let's go back and see if we can take a look and see what happened here. Well, it's going to be very similar to what we saw out of, I believe it was Visa Vasum there, coming out of turn 4. Gets loose and smacks the inside wall there. Heavy damage to the front end of that car. Oh, and we've got another battle here for second as Smith was able to take a little look up the inside through turn 1 there. Handwerk's going to run wide. He forces him wide there. And they almost touch there going through turn 2. But looks like Handwerk's going to have the advantage here as they go down through turn 3. Can Smith get back to the inside here? It looks like Handwerk is going to play defensive. Handwerk doing a great job there, putting his car exactly where he needs to put it here to hold off the very quick Mason Smith. And we have just now approached the halfway point here in the 90-minute feature event tonight. And these two are still battling it out for second place here. Since the start of the race, Carl Handwerk has been able to hold off ultimately Mason Smith there, who is currently running third. Nick Nickerson's pulled away to a 14.2 second lead here out front. Smith gets a great exit there out of turn 12. We'll see if he can make a move here, a late lunge down into the final corner. And he's not going to be close enough to do it there. Very risky to try a lunge up the inside there. You can see Handwerk has to go defensive there and block the inside line. And again, Mason Smith gets a great exit there out of the final corner. Handwork goes defensive there, blocks the inside line down into turn one, and there's really nothing Mason Smith can do here unless he can force Handwork into a mistake. Looks like Mason Smith here is potentially going to be close enough to try a move down into the chicane. Not quite close enough there. Here gets a not so great exit there. I meant to say Mason Smith there is very close on this lap. I still think he's just a little too far back here to really make a move down into turn 11. Oh, and we're going to see a mistake there on Smith as he takes too much curb, upsets the car, and that is going to cost him a bit of time there. As you can see, he's already fallen back 0.8 of a second now to Carl Handwerk, and now he's got some time to make back up here tonight as we are approaching the 50-minute mark here out of our 90-minute feature event. And already in one turn alone, Mason Smith makes up that time and is now right on the back bumper again of second place driver Carl Handwerk. Check in here on the AM Series leader, Adam Jones. He is in a race of his own here, as he is, I believe, doing a little bit of math here, about 60 seconds ahead of second place, Patrick Shelton here. So Adam Jones is running an incredible race here tonight, and really is all by himself out front there in the AM Series. Currently running third is going to be Nick Brown there in the 92 car, and he has his teammate right behind him there currently running fourth. That's Alex Cornfield. And for a second, we thought we were going to see a lunge there from Mason Smith, but didn't quite make it there, as he gets a great exit there out of turn 12, but very difficult to make a pass here. We'll see if he tries to fake him into a move here potentially, because we know Smith is much quicker through this corner. Yes, Carl Hanwick there is going to be forced into a mistake as he cuts the track. He's going to have to slow down there and give up the time that he gained before he gets a penalty. That should allow Mason Smith by here potentially. Only have about 30 seconds to give the time back before iRacing will penalize you. But so far, Handwork has not done so, I don't believe. Unless for some wild reason he did not get a cutting the track penalty there. So looks like Handwork is going to stay out front there. Handwork there did not get a great exit out of turn 12. So what is Mason Smith going to do here? Is he going to try to look to the inside down into the final corner? Not going to be close enough to do it there. He's going to try to get a good exit here out of the final corner. Potentially get alongside here down into turn 1. He's going to be there, but Handwork there has a much better entrance there into the corner. And Handwork is going to come out on top there and keep that second place position here from third place driver Mason Smith. just see Nick Nickerson there in the backdrop as he is a whopping 18 seconds here out front ahead of second place driver Carl Hamler as these two continue to battle it out here all night long. We are approaching the 60-minute mark is when we should expect to see some action down pit road here for the second and final fuel stop of the night. Be interesting to see, is Mason Smith going to short pit again here and try to pull the undercut again? It worked last time, however, he made a mistake and allowed Handwork to get back by. And we do have a taker down pit road. That is going to be second place AM Series driver here, Patrick Shelton, coming down pit road. See the AM Series leader here, Adam Jones, as he just now going by. He actually just put Shelton a lap down. So that is just how quick Adam Jones is here tonight in a race pretty much with himself here, as he just put second place a lap down. He's going to stay out another lap here. And we'll see here, is Smith potentially going to come down pit road here soon? Try the undercut on Carl Handwork. Ooh, and we saw a little mistake there out of Handwork, as that's going to allow Smith here to the outside as they head into turn 6. Handwork will have the preferred line through this set of turns here. And it looks like Smith there may actually have some damage. Yes, he got into the wall there. And you can actually see, it looks like he's knocked the toe out of the car there. And that is going to be devastating here, as he was having a great battle with Handwork. He's going to peel off and come down pit road. He's going to have to try and get that damage repair. Let's go back to the replay here and see if we can see what happened. And this was through turn 8 here as they rejoin the racing oval. You can see Mason Smith just running a little too wide there. Makes slightest bit of contact with the outside wall, but it was just at the right angle there that it's going to really cause some steering damage there to his car. And he's going to have to come down pit road this time here and get some damage repaired. So that's going to allow Handwork here a major breathing room here. Out front here, Nick Nickerson has a whopping lead here, but Handwork has came down pit road. He came down pit road that last time. Nickerson has not pitted. You can see handwork here rejoin the track behind Adam Jones, AM Series driver here. But it looks like Jones here is going to head down pit road this time. No, he's not. He's actually running a very unique line there down on the apron around the final, what would be turn 3 and 4 there of the oval. And we saw a few guys toying with that in practice. It looks like it was a tiny bit quicker in these AM Series cars, at least. And I'm surprised we haven't seen more drivers do it here tonight. Got a close battle here on track heating up. That is going to be for third in the Pro Series here. Jimmy Covert in the 14 is trying to hold off Derek Sherman here in the 42 as they work their way through lap traffic here. Looks like we may have a driver in trouble here. Let's go check the replay. Oh, and that is going to be Mark Thomas there making contact in the chicane. He wasn't able to get it going again, though. Nick Brown here is going to head down pit road this time, third in the AM Series. As he comes down pit road, he has his teammate in tow there, Alex Cornfield, right behind him, also down pit road. Race leader Nick Nickerson is going to come down pit road here for his final fuel stop of the evening. We'll see where he rejoins in relation to Carl Handwork here. We know Nickerson had about a 20-second lead before the pit stops. As Nickerson there is just now coming out of pit road here, down into turn 3, and Handwork has not even made it through the final corner here. As you can see, that gap is now what looks to be right around 41 seconds. Sorry, is it timing board just updated there? 18 seconds is the gap between first and second here. Meanwhile, Sherman here is caught up to the back of Covert yet once again as they battle out for third in the Pro Series. You can see the 42 car there going around the bottom side down on the apron there through turns 1 and 2 of the racing oval there, and he is going to take away that position there from Jimmy Covert. I believe those two are teammates, so they have decided to swap positions there. A little teamwork strategy there, so Sherman's going to move up into third, Covert back to fourth. Oh, and I am seeing something on the timing board. I am showing that Nickerson may have made contact with the wall here. Doesn't look like it's lost him any time, but let's go back and see exactly what happened here. This is down into the final chicane. Oh, and I believe it just glitched out there when he had a connection issue, so false alarm there. Nick Nickerson did not get into the wall. as he still has about a 19-second lead over second place Carl Handwerk. And Jimmy Covert here is going to come down pit road for his final fuel stop of the evening. So it looks like all of the Pro Series drivers have made their final stop of the night here. Looks like we have one driver here in the AM series. That's going to be Tim Thompson, who has yet to come down pit road for that second and final stop. Oh, and we've got a spinner on track there. That's going to be Alex Cornfield, who is currently running fourth in the AM series there. As you can see, he is able to get it turned around there. I believe that's on the exit of turn 4. And let's go take a look. We've seen many drivers make a mistake here tonight. Yes, it is turn 4 here. As you can see, he's just going to lose the rear of the car there on corner entry, right in front of Carl Handwerk there and running second. And Tim Thompson there is finally going to come down pit road for his second and final fuel stop of the evening. See Kevin Foster here currently running 5th in the Pro Series. Haven't talked about him much tonight. He's kept a really clean race here, kind of been by himself here, but he has moved up into 5th and is looking good here to get a top 5 tonight. And we see Derek Sherman here coming down pit road for his final fuel stop of the evening. See where he comes out in relation to his teammate there, Jimmy Covert. You see Covert here just now coming through turn 1 as Sherman is rejoining the track. And looks like Sherman is going to make it ahead of Jimmy Covert there. So Sherman will hang on to 3rd in the Pro Series here, with Covert staying in 4th. And we have just a little under 20 minutes remaining here in the 90-minute feature race this evening, with race leader Nick Nickerson here out to a 21.3 second lead over second place Carl Handwerk. And looks like we've got a late taker here down pit road. That's going to be Matthew Goring heading down for what I believe is his 4th pit stop here this evening. Here has the gap now up to 23 seconds here as we approach the 15-minute remaining mark here tonight. Oh, and Matthew Goring there coming out of pit road has actually spun and made contact with the wall. Very odd incident there as you're very slow coming off of pit road right there. It's a very tight corner. Let's go back and check the replay, see if we can see what happened here. It's a very tight left-hander and just gets on the throttle, and wow, that car had no grip whatsoever as he looped it around there. Also looks like a BV Savasum here has maybe been involved in an incident as well. Let's check the replay. This is coming out of turn 8 there. Wow, he just loses the rear end of the car, makes heavy contact there with the tire barrier. And that car is going to have some heavy damage there, likely some steering damage there. As you can see it driving sideways down the straight here. And we actually just saw a spin there from second place driver Carl Handwerk as he lost it under braking down into turn 11, the back straight chicane there. He was able to keep it out of the wall and able to get it going again, but it did cost him quite a bit of time. As you can see, the gap to race leader Nick Nickerson is now 45 seconds. And it looks like Handwerk might have been involved in another incident here down into turn 1. Yes, Handwerk looks like he has damage to his car as he does spin out there in turn 1. Yes, you can see that thing crab walking here, so he has damage to that car. He's been into the wall somewhere. And that could potentially allow Derek Sherman here to catch up and take away second. Bring up the track map here. As you can see, the Derek Sherman there is the number 4. We're looking for the number 2. That's Handwerk. He's just now heading down into the backstretch chicane. So it is still going to be a tall task here, but just looking at the lap times and the amount of damage that Handwerk has, Handwerk that last time around turned a 1 minute 31 second lap. Derek Sherman lapping 11 seconds quicker. And Handwerk is actually gonna head down pit road here. So that is pretty much gonna hand second place in the Pro Series here to Derek Sherman there in the number 42 machine. Potentially even third place here to Jimmy Covert. And yes, Jimmy Covert there is going to make it by and up into third here. So disaster strikes there for Carl Handwerk. Meanwhile, 8 minutes remaining here in the 90-minute race. Nick Nickerson is now looks like about a minute and 20 seconds is the gap back to second place Derek Sherman here. So Nickerson really has no pressure here tonight, and only 7.5 minutes remaining here. He is pretty much going to coast to victory here tonight. Adam Jones is your AM series leader. He is also under no pressure here from second place Patrick Shelton. And it looks like third in the AM series is going to go to Nick Brown here. He does have his teammate right behind him though. Only about 0.5 of a second separate these two, and I have to wonder, are they going to race each other hard here? As you can see, Cornfield there is going to get a great exit out of the turn 8 there, sorry. And he is going to move up in front of Nick Brown there. So Cornfield is going to take third here in the AM series. We see Handwerk back down pit road here. He did rejoin the track. repaired some damage, but then eventually brought it back down pit road here for what I will assume he's going to call it quits here tonight. Too much damage to continue. Meanwhile, Patrick Shelton here doing a great job in second in the AM division. And looks like we may have an incident on track here. It's going to be a BV Suvasum here going down into the backstretch chicane. Was actually exiting there. He loses the rear end of the car there and makes contact with the outside wall. Just a little under 5 minutes remaining here for race leader Nick Nickerson. Under no pressure at all here from second place Derek Sherman. And to just put it in perspective of how quick Nick Nickerson is here, he is closing in on overall second place driver here, Adam Jones, and about to put him a lap down. So that means Nickerson will have lapped the entire field here tonight. And the white flag is going to come out this time by, so race leader Nick Nickerson in the Pro Series here takes the white flag. Adam Jones is the AM Series leader there, just ahead of him, as this will be the final lap of the race this evening. You see Adam Jones there pull out of the way and let Nick Nickerson by. These two aren't racing each other in different series here. And Nick Nickerson here is going to head through the final set of corners here, and he is going to cross the line and take the Pro Series win tonight. Adam Jones is going to take the AM Series win. Derek Sherman here is going to cross the line in second in the Pro Series. Great run from him. His teammate is slightly behind here. He's going to take third in the Pro Series. So great podium finish there for him, and two teammates there, both finishing in the top three. Patrick Shelton is coming around here. He's going to take second in the AM Series. Takes second in the AM Series. Looks like third here is going to go to Alex Cornfield tonight in the AM Series here, taking third. All right, now let's see if we can get a word with a few of the drivers here tonight for some post-race interviews. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go out of order here. Got quite a few people to talk to, so let's see who we've got in the booth that we can get a word with. Let's bring up, we've got Jimmy Covert here taking third tonight in the Pro Series up in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Jimmy, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Hey, Kevin. How you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I'm doing well. Excellent run from you here this evening, as we actually saw your teammate there take second. So overall, great night for both of you here at a very, difficult track here. A lot of guys struggle with the Roval. It's got some tricky turns, very difficult to pass, but both of you guys had a great run here tonight. So just walk us through your race here tonight. What was your strategy? Whatever it was, it worked for both of you.
Well, from the start, I knew I wasn't the fastest car, and my goal was to be consistent and, podium if I can, maybe at least the top 5, and it just paid out. I took care of the car. The tires were fine at the end, and just was just a good race. Nice and clean.
And sometimes that's all it takes, is a good, clean, consistent race, as you've proven tonight, taking home third here in round 2 of the GT3 series. Sorry, tongue twister there. So congratulations to you. Great way to start the second season here. While you're here, is there any sponsors you need to thank, or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to just thanks to Derek for the good setup this week, and obviously Core for just being a great group of guys. And these things are a ton of fun, and this has been what I do mostly lately here on iRacing. So, and again, thanks to you for doing the broadcast.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
All right, Kev.
All right, that's going to do it for third place in the Pro Series there for Jimmy Covert. Now let's get a word with second place in the Pro Series, we've got Derek Sherman here in the booth with us. Hey, Derek, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, Kevin.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on the great run here this evening. Great night for your teammate as well as you guys take second and third here tonight. We just talked to your teammate there. He said the strategy for him tonight was coming in to keep it consistent and keep it clean here at a very difficult track here at the Roval. Was that the same strategy you had coming into it as well?
No. Mine was to try to get a win, to be honest. This is one of my favorite tracks. Nick is obviously fast. Carl's fast. Mason's fast. Mark's fast. But this is one particular race that I circled on my calendar. I'm good at it. I practiced all week, made my setup, tweaked my setup all week. People were making fun of me at how much time I put it in here, but made a rookie mistake. Left my qualifying setup in. Had to make one extra pit stop. I was watching the times. I would have won the race, but I would have hopefully gave him a little bit more of a competition. But definitely stoked with the second place finish. Unfortunately, Mason, Carl, and Mark all had some issues, but that's what it took for me to get back up onto the at least the podium in second place.
Absolutely. So that explains the qualifying setup explains why we saw you come down pit road. I believe it was on like lap 2 or 3 there as you started with no fuel in the car there, unfortunately.
Yeah. I've made 4 setups. I had a high downforce and then I had a low downforce, and made quality setups for both. And you know what? Either one would have done great tonight. So, but I just picked the wrong one.
Well, you made it work ultimately here, though. Long race, and you did come out with a second place finish. So again, congratulations there. Anybody you want to give a shout out to while you're here?
I want to say thank you for Carl for putting this on. Thank you, Kevin, for broadcasting, of course. And I want to thank Jimmy for my paint. He didn't fully make it, but he got it. So I appreciate that. So.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the strong finish here tonight, taking home second in the Pro Series. And we look forward to seeing what you can do next week and hopefully talking to you again.
All right. Appreciate it. See you next week.
All right. That's going to do it for second place in the Pro Series there. Derek Sherman. Now let's see who we can speak to next. And I do believe I'm going to make the race winner wait here. So let's go out of order. We're going to bring up the third place driver in the AM division here tonight, Mr. Alex Cornfield, up in the booth with us. Hey, Alex, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, Kevin, I'm here.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on another strong finish here in round 2, taking home third in the AM series. It looks like you just edged out your teammate there as you guys had a battle toward the end of the race. So I wanted to talk to you about that. Was there any sort of gentleman's agreement, or did the gloves come off there in the final few laps?
Oh, no, the gloves were off. With our first pit, I ended up taking 2 tires that I didn't plan on taking. I forgot to check the box, but as it turned out, I, at the end of the race, had better grip than Nick did, and so I was chasing him, and then I spun out, and I thought it was over, and then I still was just pushing as hard as I could, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna catch you, because we were in chat together. He's like, no, dude, don't do it. I'm like, I'm coming after you, brother. And we were just going for it, and it was a lot of fun. The pass was way sketchier than I planned, because gloves weren't coming off. He wasn't going wide for me, and so I was trying to take him on the inside, and I swear it was inches. We almost collided. So, yeah, a little bit of rubbing his racing and team racing there. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, put on a great show there for that that pass, and taking away that podium finish from your teammate. I gotta wonder. You think there might be a little payback next week?
Oh, for sure. Like like team racing is and anything else, your first person that you have to beat is your teammate. And so me and Nick, we're best friends when we're practicing and running and doing stuff. And then when we're actually on track in a race, man, it's we're going for it. So it was a lot of fun. Both him and I clipped the wall in the first couple of laps, and we were driving broken cars. Like our steering was off. When we both came in for our pit stops, we had like 8 minutes of recommended repairs for both of our cars, and we're like, nope, going out on broken cars. So um we should have had better pace. We really wanted to be fighting for second and first place if possible, but it just wasn't in the cards tonight. So bringing home a third and a fourth for our team was really positive. We were really happy with that.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations there on the strong finish. While you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to thank my lovely wife for letting me plaster her on the side of my car all the time. And then my friends and family and fans, anybody who's watching this, enjoying the racing, we're happy to have you guys here. And I thank you guys for broadcasting and keeping it interesting for everybody listening and watching. And it's a wonderful time. So I thank everybody involved. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. And we look forward to seeing what you can do next week and hopefully talking to you again.
That sounds like a plan, brother. I'll be here every time if I can.
All right, that's going to do it for third in the AM series for Alex Cornfield. Now let's bring up Mr. Well, we just had him there and he disappeared. There is Patrick Shelton. So let's try to bring up second place driver in the AM series. We've got Patrick Shelton in the booth with us. Hey, Patrick, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Sir.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on the strong finish here tonight, taking home second at a very difficult track here at the Roval. But it looked like you kept the car mostly clean all night and consistent there and brought it home in second, but it really looked like nobody could touch Adam out front. But have to wonder here, coming into tonight, what was your strategy?
I didn't really have a strategy other than to stay out of the wall.
And sometimes, as it was proven here tonight, 90 minutes around this track, that can be a very difficult task, as we saw, I believe, every driver but Nick Nickerson make contact at some point here with the wall tonight.
Yeah, I scraped it coming onto the backstretch there one time, checking my black box.
Well, you did stick it out here. You brought it home in second and having another great finish here for round 2 of the GT3 series. So again, congratulations. And while you're here, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I just shout out to all the guys in Core and Adam and Jeremy, my teammates.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. We look forward to seeing what you can do next week and hopefully talking to you again.
All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, that's going to do it for second place in the AM division there for Patrick Shelton. Now let's bring up AM division winner Adam Jones here in the booth with us. Hey, Adam, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, man, a heck of a run here tonight, taking home the race win. A little bit of redemption from last week as you had a dominating run here tonight. I believe I don't have it up on the screen here any longer because the session actually advanced, but I believe you were about a minute ahead of second place Patrick Shelton there. So just got to ask, coming into tonight, the very tricky Roval, what was your strategy here tonight?
Not wrecking the car and just good solid laps. That's pretty much it.
And it looks like, I don't believe we saw you make any contact or any mistakes here tonight. It looked like that car was pretty clean coming to the line.
Yeah, it was. It drove good. I mean, it was had a high downforce setup on, so it was a little bit slick at the very, very beginning on cold tires, but other than that, it was good.
Well, you did a heck of a job here tonight. Dominating run for you here as we wrap up round 2, taking home the race win. So again, congratulations to you. While we're here, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I practiced with a few guys this week. Derek Sherman, we ran a bunch of laps together, and Patrick Shelton, we ran a bunch of laps. So it paid off. It was good. But thanks for all you do with these broadcasts. You do a great job with that, and that's about it for me.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the victory here tonight. We look forward to seeing what you can do next week and hopefully talking to you again.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
All right, that is going to do it for the AM division winner, Adam Jones. Now let's get a word with our Pro Series winner here tonight, Mr. Nick Nickerson, up in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Nick, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, man, congratulations on the victory tonight. It was a dominating run from you here. A little bit of redemption from last week, I'd say, as you just missed out on the race win last week. But this week, you came out swinging right out of the gate, setting the qualifying, fastest time in qualifying, starting on the pole and just running away with it here tonight. So just walk us through your race here. Did you plan on just taking it easy at the start, or did you say, you know what, I'm putting the rubber down here and I'm gonna try to build as big of a gap as I can?
Well, I mean, there wasn't much of a plan. I was kind of winging it. I just wanted to get like a decent lead, and that the first half hour stint there, I think I got out to about maybe 4 seconds, and then from there, I was just messing with my map settings, trying to save fuel. So like, if I was faster than Carl one lap, then I would, bump my map up, and then if he was faster than me, I'd bump it down. I was just kind of playing that game for the entire first stint, and then just trying to save some fuel so I wouldn't have to. I can just run like full out for the last stint. That's all I really cared about. And I mean, this is kind of one of those tracks that probably just plays into my driving style. It's a blast to run. I love it. And yeah, man. I mean, there's not very many opportunities in all of iRacing to be able to lap everybody in the field, and probably not going to happen again in this series. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mentioned it during the race and I completely forgot about it. Yeah, you lapped every single driver out here tonight. So just an awesome run from you here. Again, congratulations on that victory. While you're here, is there anybody else you need to give a shout out to?
Man, just to everybody that participates in the league, man. It's I'm excited for this second season. Hopefully, I can start off better than I did last year, and win definitely does it. And I gotta thank Carl for all the work he puts into this stuff, man. And sucks that he had his little issue there, but long season, plenty of time to recover, and for us to battle to the end. And Kevin, man, appreciate the broadcast, man. Do an awesome job.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on another victory here tonight. Well, first victory of this series, but we just talked to you, I believe it was last night.
Yep.
2 nights in a row, not bad for you here. Again, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing what you can do next week and hopefully talking to you again.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, that is going to do it for our Pro Series winner there, Nick Nickerson, and that is going to wrap up round 2 here of the Core GT3 series. Another one in the books as we're going to head to round 3 next week, and we appreciate everybody for sticking around with us here and cheering the guys on. As always, we hope to catch you back again next week.